I saw Tyler Perry's A Fall from Grace, written, directed, produced, and starred in by Tyler Perry. What's up, family? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Q, back in the building with another video. Before I start, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites at Quentin T. Harris. Again, that's at Quentin T. Harris. Today, we are going to be talking about a movie written, directed, produced, and starring Tyler Perry. Today we're going to be talking about A Fall from Grace, guys. So, I'll first start off by, naming a few of the actors, and then I'll go into what I like and what I did not like, okay? First of all, before we even start off this video, we do want to give a huge shout out to Tyler Perry before we get into, a little roasting gag real quick. Tyler Perry, thank you for just being an incredible black man. Thank you for, people like myself. I've worked on some of Tyler Perry's work before while staying in Atlanta, while pursuing acting. He looks out for a lot of people in a lot of ways, and just putting black people to work, and just not even about black people, just people in general, because there are plenty of people who work down at Tyler Perry Studios in Atlanta. We thank you for the new studio. Just showing people that you can too still dream big, and you can come from nothing and turn out to be an amazing, just giving us that whole story. Tyler Perry, we love you. We thank you for that. We thank you for bringing laughter back into the black culture home. We thank you for that, because it's been a gap of work in years. Tyler Perry came on and kind of just made a new wavelength for just black creators as a whole. It was kind of like we're not forgotten. So, just this whole Medea movement, it was a great thing. It took over, well over a whole decade, and we got Tyler Perry work back to back to back to back. So, before reviewing it, I want to say this. I'm not going, we're going to talk about it and we're going to discuss it, but I had to get out the strong things that a person has done, because I don't like to just talk negative or bad about a situation, but I do like to keep it real, however. So, with this particular video, because I am such a Tyler Perry fan, I decided to watch with my not fan eyes on. I wanted to view it as a viewer and a person who is now a content creator, and these are things that I have to, review for work now. So I watched it without my blinds on, because let me say this, I love Tyler Perry's work. I love what he does for actors. I'm not going to be repetitive in what I've already said, but even growing up, my dad made sure, he didn't make sure, he just knew how in love I was with Tyler Perry. He would make sure that every time that Tyler Perry brought his tour to my city, that I was at it. He made sure that I came home with like a shirt or a DVD or a Mr. Brown calendar. I remember all of those memories. So he was very detrimental to me growing up as a dreamer, because I remember standing in my room and repeating Tyler Perry plays, repeating Tyler Perry songs, standing in the mirror, wanting to be an actor, or I knew every line to Mr. Brown. So I wanted to throw that out there before, we go into this review. So again, to wrap all that up, I'm watching with my non-Tyler Perry fan Tyler Perry eyes on. All right, A Fall from Grace. Let's talk about some of the actors. First of all, y'all know I love to do my Candy Birds clap on all my videos. Tyler Perry picks some great talent. He picks some amazing talent. Let's talk about the queen herself. Felicia Rashad is in this film, and Felicia is every black person's mom. We look at Felicia Rashad as just like black elegance. Like, she's just one of those. she's not going to get out of character with you type women. And we just love and appreciate that from her. We don't hear no scandal, no crazy stuff behind her name. She just has this presence about her that's just so elegant, and you can't help but to act right and call her Mrs. Felicia Rashad. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like her and her sister Debbie Allen, they just have this thing. Like God put like a little bit of extra seasoning when he made Felicia, but it was a calm seasoning. It was just like a dash of elegance, and it was like, ooh, he put too much. But it's never enough because we love her. Cicely Tyson, another black queen, is in this movie. It's just like seeing Cicely on the big screen to me just kind of wraps me up. Now and this is a no spoilers video. I'm not going to be discussing like scene by scene and doing stuff like that. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to give it out. And I actually want people to go out and, you know, support this film. Cicely Tyson, she just has this presence that just draws you in, like I was saying. Like, I love her as an actress. I love her work. She's just like black royalty again. And this is how Tyler Perry wins over his audiences, is because these are the type of people that we want to see. You know, he always does amazing at casting black women. Especially a lot of the black women who we don't see anymore. Like, even with reading Taraji P. Henson's book, Taraji talked about how Tyler Perry was the first person to give her a call after she lost the Oscar. So it was kind of like he was the first person to put her on, which made Taraji P. Henson the superstar that she is today. So we always do appreciate him for that. But at the same time, is it kind of like using clickbait in a sense, how we say here in the YouTube world? Because it's kind of like we don't get that much of Cicely Tyson. And it's just kind of like it was a speak here and a spec here. And it was kind of like she was like mumbling the whole time. She did a phenomenal job to me because Cicely Tyson is just a phenomenal actress. So she's going to kill any role, whether it's filmed on my phone or whether she is filming at Tyler Perry Studios or at Warner Brothers or whatever she's going to be. I just feel like she's always going to give me an A+ performance. But at the same time, Tyler Perry's films are getting bought, and we're going to Netflix and we're watching them because we see people like Ann Cicely Tyson. Now, when we always see Ann Cicely somebody or Ann so-and-so, we know that their part is not going to be superb, but it's just kind of going to be like we're expecting to be in the movie just a little bit. And one thing I can respect about Tyler Perry is he's going to keep Cicely working. He's going to keep her relevant. I think while they were filming this, she turned 94 years old. So it's just kind of like, I love the fact that we get, and Lord forbid if something happens to Cicely Tyson, but it's just kind of like, we're happy if something happens where we get to put together this, beautiful collage of work that she has done. But are we just throwing her in things? Because that's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say was I appreciate him for placing her on the screen because it allows us to see her. But again, on the flip side of it, is it clickbait because she wasn't really an actress? I mean, not an actress, but a lead role. Speaking of lead roles, let's talk about Crystal Fox. Crystal Fox, she did a show back in the day. I can't remember what show it was. She transitioned over to, I think she was really big in like the theater world, if I'm not mistaken. But I know she was really big on the have and have nots, which has grown to love her. Now, I know some of you may not agree, but this is my opinion. This is my channel. This is how I feel about it. If your opinion is different, you can drop down in the comments and let me know and I'll read about it. I love Crystal as a leading lady. I've met Crystal several times. I've worked with her on set several times, so I'm not being biased. I'm really looking at her own screen work in this particular film. Crystal Fox did an amazing job to me. She did an amazing job. It was great to see like a woman that I respect. I respect all women, of course, but I mean like somebody like my mother's age, like somebody like my grandmother's age. It's kind of like, it was good to see a beautiful elderly black woman play a leading role. So those are the type of things that we can appreciate Tyler Perry for, because we don't see a lot of elderly women playing a lead role. And I'm not saying that Crystal Fox is elderly. I'm just saying for that role. But because she's killing press right now. She looks amazing. She looks amazing. But Crystal Fox, who plays Grace, she plays the lead character. I feel like Crystal did an amazing job. That was just how I felt about it. What's her name? Who's next? Brisha Webb or Braisha Webb. I'm probably going to say Braisha because that was my brother's ex-girlfriend. So I'm just going to call her Webb. I don't even know where that just came from, y'all. But because it's spelled like Bryesha or something like that. So that is Brisha or Bra. All right, girl. You doing all this press. And we don't know what your name is, niece. No, I'm just kidding. So Miss Well, we can appreciate her, you know, she from her, silly comedic roles. So over into this Tyler Perry thriller, I can appreciate that from her. I felt like she did a phenomenal job as well when it comes to the acting. When it comes to the acting, I felt like she did a phenomenal job. She looked great on camera. Her story, I mean, she's just the actress. I'm not talking about the actual storyline. I'm talking about she as an actress. I felt like she was believable. I felt like on screen, it felt she like when they had like the court, like not the courtroom scene, when it was in the jail cell scene. I could feel her and Crystal Fox's emotions on camera. And isn't that something to be on set with Cicely Tyson, Felicia Rashad, Crystal Fox? It's just like, can you imagine being on that set? Like, oh my gosh, that's the one thing that we can appreciate him for, is that black queen representation. Like when I think about my mom and my aunts and my grandmothers and it's when I think about the women, I can see those women in my black household. So those are the things that we can appreciate Tyler Perry for. Am I missing anybody for the women? I can appreciate the up-and-coming talent, the police officer, not the assistant, but the two, like, you have Braisha Webb's character, which is Jasmine, but Jasmine's like, homegirl and homeboy who she's, brung out to lunch with. I mean, they like met up for drinks or something. Then they was like going through all the paperwork together. I can appreciate those two characters. I don't like when the gay character, I don't like when the guy character, it's always kind of hard to tell if he's gay or straight. I really hate when people try to always make that, or screenwriters. I really want us to get out of making the assistant or that real boost character like that homo guy. Like, me personally, I just hate that. And I'm not sure if they was trying to string along that. I just really want them to kind of clear it up, because it's kind of like that gay guy, or we don't know if he's gay guy, so we're not going to talk about it. Like, we are going to talk about it. I know I've always talked about it. I hate when gay guys only get those type of assistant roles. So I want that to change. And speaking of roles, I wish that would have changed. We're going to go ahead and get on Mehcad Brooks for just a second. Now, Mehcad, you know what? We're going to get on Mehcad's team real quick, because there is no way that y'all should have let this boy come on camera with this wig. Like, I know that y'all have seen reviews and Black Twitter is going in right now, but y'all, this wig that Mehcad, I guess I'm switching over into the things that I did not like about the film now. Yeah, I guess to just wrap up the things that I did like, I just appreciate the blackness of it. I can appreciate it is binge worthy. I can appreciate it is a cute little film. Well, not a little film, I won't say it like that. It's a cute film that, that you can get a couple of your homegirls and your homeboys together and sit down and have a glass of wine. It's kind of like, this is something to watch for tonight. I think it was a good move for Tyler to put it on Netflix, because a lot of people are going to the movies, but at the same time, a lot of people are Netflixing and chilling and stuff like that. So a lot of people are trying to play Tyler Perry like, ooh, when your movies go to Netflix, it's the bottom of the barrel. No, I think that he is still a great businessman. So I feel like him moving with the wave of staying on Netflix and stuff like that, I feel like that's great. I mean, he got BET Plus. He got a lot of things moving. So why not move your content to digital? I feel like that was a great move, just my personal opinion. So I guess we're going to go ahead to some things that I don't like. Mehcad Brooks, y'all, just was not a good good fit for this particular movie. That's all I got for it. Like, he just was not a good fit. So we're gonna go from the head, and we're gonna work our way down with Makai. Makai, we're gonna start with this. We gonna start with this dang on wig. Like, y'all, it looked like wet paint was just dripping off the sides of it. The hairline. I was so confused because there was a part of me that was like, okay, is he supposed to be like, oh, this is a movie based around like the 1980s or, you know, the 80s, maybe early 90s? Because by 95, it was kind of like people were starting to pick it up a little bit. So high tops and all that. So I was like, no, I think that Tyler Perry was trying to put this in the now form. But the now form, men aren't really wearing scarf. I guess because, I guess he was trying to go for like this, not eclectic, but like this photographer look, because Mehcad Brooks' character was supposed to be a photographer. Yeah, Tyler, we were not buying it. The scarf around the neck was a no. I just didn't know if it was like a late 80s, like he was wearing bell bottoms, but he was in like today's time. It was just so confusing. And let me ask y'all a question. So we've been seeing press. I work in media. This is what I do. So of course I've been seeing it. I was so confused on why he had all of the women out doing press and not Mehcad. And here are my reasons why. The only woman he did not have was Cicely Tyson, but she's older. I'm pretty sure she didn't want to be doing all this press. That's another thing, y'all. It feels so good to see Felicia Rashad and Crystal Fox just doing press. Like, you seeing these beautiful black queens on Good Morning America and Sway. I feel like this is major moves for everybody, because to have Felicia Rashad on Sway in the morning, that was a big move. For the media world, that was a big move that just kind of like elevated everybody. So I feel like, so Cicely was the only person who hasn't done press, I guess because due to her age. I just love how Tyler just covers her with this blanket and shield. So I love how he treats Cicely Tyson. I love how our black king treats our black queen. I love that. Black Kings, Mehcad, I'm back on you for a minute. To answer my question, I don't feel like Mehcad had the elegance to play this role. Now, I don't know if it's because Tyler Perry only had 5 days to shoot this damn film. And is it because he only had 5 days, or he was just trying to squish it in before a timeline? Now, Tyler Perry, I'm coming to you in just a minute. You stay right there. But I just don't get, like, when you got women like Felicia, even Little Mama was hanging in there doing press. Like, every press thing, she wasn't coming out no skimpy, sexy dresses. It wasn't none of that. Like, she came out like she's a poised young lady. And Brescia Webb, we can appreciate you, black sister, for that. Like, I feel like one of them preaching black people like my sister. But like, no, like, we can appreciate you for holding it down for the millennials of our age to be up there with a Felicia Rashad or a Crystal Fox, and alongside names like Cicely Tyson and Tyler Perry. So it's kind of like we can appreciate you for that. When I think of Mehcad Brooks, I don't see him being in the same room or same line. It was just everything about Mehcad's role was off for me. Did I say including that wig? Y'all, including that wig. It's just Mehcad's character. Why couldn't he wear his own hair? Why couldn't Mehcad wear his own hair? Like, where was Mehcad's manager in all of this? Like, no, my client, I know this is for Tyler Perry, y'all, but he's not going out on the camera looking this way. And that's another thing. Has his career came to this? Has Mehcad Brooks' career came to this? I mean, we seen him do like the football role a few weeks ago. And a few years ago, that was cute. He's done a couple of things here and there, little pop-ups, and it's kind of like, but has his career level already hit its capacity? And I say that because he just gave me real, I'm going to always be on Netflix, I'm going to always be on YouTube type actor. I'm sorry, y'all. I say that because even him showing his butt and showing like him just covering up his private parts, it was just kind of like, well, we knew they wasn't going to pay Will Smith to do that, to be naked. So let's give it to Mekhi. We know we weren't going to see like, that's the type of role. No, I was about to throw some shade at somebody, but no, I'm not even going to do that. No, I'm not going to do like, that's just the type of role. It's kind of like, let's just give it to Mekhi. I'm just mad that he just didn't wear his own hair. That looked tacky. I just feel like Mekhi Brooks did not fit this film. And can we talk about the overacting? Ugh, y'all, I just could not take Mekhi at all. I'm sorry I brought the level of this video. I'm not sorry, but I just had to get that out. Mekhi, I'm just disappointed in his work. I just really was. It's kind of like he's so sexy. He's sexy, but it's kind of like after this, it's kind of like, where do you go from here? Like we put him in like a Tyson Beckford level of acting, and Tyson Beckford is a model, so that should tell you something. Crystal Fox. Crystal, I love Crystal. There was one bad thing, but I can't blame this on Crystal. I'm telling you, I told y'all how I love Crystal, how I like seeing her. I already told y'all that. But we're going to talk about Crystal for just a second. Crystal, I just think her acting was good. I like Crystal Fox. Seeing her sexy and having sex and all that, I liked it. The only thing was them prison wigs. Now, it's too many of my black sisters, and I know and black brothers in Atlanta who I know can slay some heads and do some hair. Why the hell was them wigs looking like that in the prison scene? And y'all know Black Twitter called it. They was going from one scene, and then it went to Bryisha Webb, and then it came back to another scene, and Crystal Fox had on a whole new wig, and we were just like, okay, Tyler. But it only took him 5 days to make, so I guess that was just another Tyler Perry mistake that we just gonna look over. So that's all I really had for Crystal. I didn't really have nothing for Felicia Rashad. Y'all know I can't drag her, but so much. Now her little roughing up in the kitchen scene, that was cute. That was cute. For the little for the stunt double, that was cute. That was cute, Felicia. That was cute. That was cute. It was believable. It was cute. And Cicely Tyson, of course, y'all know I can't give Cicely nothing, honey. I can't give her nothing. But Tyler, I can give you just a little bit. Now hold your hand out. So I can rag on you for just a little bit. And Tyler, I already told y'all how I love Tyler Perry. I admire him. I love him. I love him. I love him. But I think, like I told y'all, I watched it from not my Tyler Perry fan eyes, but with my new adult, I'm an adult and I'm in this world now eyes. So, Tyler, we are going to get on some things on you for just a little bit. Now, we're going to talk about this acting and this writing. Now, I know that I'm going to talk about the acting side first. I know that y'all think that Tyler Perry could use some other writers. I also feel like Tyler Perry could use some other actors. I just know too many of my brothers coming up in the industry. I can't even begin to name people. Mike Merle, and these are just my Atlanta brothers. I'm not even talking about my LA brothers who I feel like could have just could have given anybody that part to just get, like, Tyler, how many movies are you going to be in? Like, how famous do you want to be? I know there's always room to be big, but Tyler Perry is just in a position that he could just put so many people on now. It's just kind of like, give somebody else that chance. Like, I know plenty of old people in Atlanta who've been extras for years, and like, give one of them boys that role. Like Tyler, so that's how I feel about that. I know it puts him, if he's in the movie, he can do press with the cast, and that just intensifies everything. But I have to agree with the world and with Black Twitter on this, Tyler. I'm tired of seeing the acting a little bit. I have to be honest. When I seen you pop up in that first scene with that bad wig, I just was like, and I know a lot of people talking about the wigs, but y'all, the wigs were really that bad. Now I have to be honest about the writing, guys. Now this is how I feel about it. I've heard some other people's opinions, but this is how Q feels. This was actually some of Tyler Perry's best work. And I don't know if that's a read or if that's shade or if that's facts, but this is some of his best work. And I say that because he does throw us some, it's a thriller film, which is outside of his normal love, comedic films and stuff like that. What I'm saying is, if you're a fan of Tyler Perry, you will enjoy the film if you enjoy him. If you're a person, you just gonna come on just giving him zeros across the board just because you don't like him, then you're not gonna like this one like you did not like any of his other ones. That's just how I feel about that. But if you're a person like myself, I feel like it was he left the ending very, it was different. I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to spoil it. It was different. It was different for Tyler Perry. Like I said in the video earlier, guys, it's very binge worthy. I mean, you take an hour and a half off your time and you trying to find something cute to get Netflix and chill started. I feel like Tyler Perry's A Fall from Grace would be good. One thing that I don't like that Tyler Perry is doing on his press is he's going around saying that he made the movie in 5 days. Tyler, we can definitely see that. And let me tell you why we can see that. I know you on Black Twitter, you've seen some of the things about him talking about, how the extras, I'm sorry guys, the extras was just kind of like, the extras was tipping up drinks with no water coming out of them. This guy wasn't an extra, but we saw his whole script on the movie. I'm like, Tyler, like, what? But it's like, how can it get past the writer, the director, the execs, and all of that? But we can't forget that Tyler Perry plays all of those roles as well. So it's kind of like, Tyler. The Judge, you can see his whole script on the screen. All right. Another thing that we could tell Tyler, that bank scene where Crystal Fox was working at, that bank scene was so just like in my apartment. And I'm not saying he's just a rag on Tyler Perry. I'm saying this because if we have this big studio, we expect him to hold a level of excellence. We expect a level of excellence. And yes, his movies are made for a certain demographic, but we as black people, we shouldn't have to accept mediocrity either. It should be kind of like Tyler Perry, we expect excellence. I'm sorry. So me seeing the script on the scene from The Judge and I saw that with my eyes. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, rewind that. I was like, was that a script? And so that was a little kiki moment. I was like, whoa. My last thing that I have a problem with when it comes to this particular movie is I don't like that it was shot in 5 days. Another reason I say that is because it's like a monologue. It's like one big monologue. Do you guys remember how Taraji P. Henson in Acrimony, how they shot that movie in like 8 days? And Tyler Perry was like, 8 days, 8 days, 8 days, 8 days. It's like, yeah. And Taraji was in the freaking studio for 5 of those 8 days. I can say the same thing about this. Crystal Fox did a monologue the entire movie. So instead of it being like a regular movie where it goes step by step to this to that, it's just kind of like Tyler Perry makes it a monologue, like we're panning past it, and you hear Crystal Fox's voice, and it's just kind of like, here we go again. We let what's her name slide past, but we're not letting this one pass where we giving you an hour and a half of a monologue, because she probably recorded that on a voice memo on her phone and memoed it to Tyler Perry, because it's just kind of like, where the actor's not available. Did we not have enough time to make this film? Because just imagine, and the reason I'm making this video and let you guys see the other side of the spectrum, because I am a Tyler Perry fan as well. Wouldn't it be amazing to see if instead of him making this movie in 5 days, if it would have took him 5 weeks. I'm just saying it for instance, if he would have did it in 5 weeks, just imagine how more great it would have been. Just imagine how they would have perfected Mehcad Brooks' hair. Just imagine how the writer could have put more twists and turns in it, and we could have been seeing one of our black sisters or our black brothers go up and accept the Oscar. You see what I'm saying? I'm just trying to let y'all see the other side of the spectrum. All right, guys, it's your boy Q. Those are my thoughts on Tyler Perry's A Fall from Grace. Follow me on all my social media sites at Quentin T. Harris. It's your boy Q. I'm out.